Hello, you want to hear my 2 cents about the link between obesity and cancer? You stick around because that's what's coming up next.
In a world awash with danger and stress, the one thing you mustn't ignore is your health. No ifs, no buts. Hop on the driving seat and take absolute control of your health with a little help from a friend. Please welcome Dr. Joe.
Hello, I'm Dr. Joe of the drjoe.com. Right, today I want to give my 2 cents on the ongoing debate, if you call it that, regarding the link between obesity and cancer. Obesity and cancer, okay? There's been this public awareness campaign instigated by Cancer Research UK, a very nice charity. The campaign's been going on radio, and I listen to Classic FM, and I've been hearing about the campaign on Classic FM radio. And because I've been busy, I've not had the time to actually go onto the Cancer Research UK website. And basically, the crux of the matter is that Cancer Research UK is saying that obesity has now been established as the second preventable cause of cancer in the UK, behind smoking. Because I've been busy, I've not had the time to go to their website to see what they had on offer, but about 2 days ago, I went onto their website and I actually was impressed with the information they had there for the public. For a start, they had a list of the cancers where this link has been established. Some links are stronger than others. So the cancers include cancer of the esophagus, cancer of the breast after menopause, pancreas, cancer of the kidney, cancer of the bowel, cancer of the womb, meningioma, which is a type of brain cancer, cancer of the thyroid, cancer of the liver, cancer of the stomach, cancer of the gallbladder, cancer of the ovaries, as well as myeloma, which is a type of blood cancer. And they also had a very nice video there that explains the link between obesity and cancer. And the explanation was done in plain English for everybody to understand. And you think this is a good thing. I was impressed, and I'm sure my medical colleagues, when they go onto the website, they will be impressed as well. But some people had objections to that. As with everything in life, some people have to object. And in particular, there was one celebrity who sent a flurry of tweets regarding the work that's been done by Cancer Research UK about this public awareness campaign. And she called it fat shaming, which is a shame, really. Here is one of her tweets. Classy, isn't it? And here is another. And here's another. So, as you can tell, the celebrity who sent out those flurry of tweets, her name is Sofie Hagen. And something she forgets is that as a celebrity on social media with a huge following, you are an influencer. What that means is your followers, they look up to you for ideas and advice. And if you decide to take issues with a public awareness campaign like that, then of course, in my opinion, you're not taking that responsibility seriously. It's okay to have a debate, but the debate should be based on facts. Now, here is something Sofie said, and I quote, "Society viewing fatness as a negative thing is a thing that kills more than cancer," unquote. Really, Sofie? Society viewing fatness as a negative thing kills people more than cancer? Where did you get this piece of information from? That's what I want to know. Okay? I'm not in any way suggesting that society should view fatness as a negative thing. Of course, some people are going to be fat. It doesn't have to be that we're all going to be skinny. But to suggest that society viewing fatness as a negative thing kills people more than cancer, that's the bit that I don't understand. We live in a democratic society, so it's okay for us to have debates. But these debates should be based on facts and figures. By making bold statements like this, that do not have any backing whatsoever, that is fat shaming, by doing so, you are moving the argument from a scientific one to an emotional one. And of course, people respond to emotions better than they do to science. Path of least resistance. And I disagree with you wholeheartedly, because as a doctor, I see the health damage caused by obesity all of the time. Now, I don't even see half as much as my colleagues in oncology. My colleagues in oncology, they see that every day of their working lives. Of course, the causes of cancer are multifactorial. No one is saying obesity alone causes cancer. It's just that it is one of the risk factors. And if you take steps to reduce your weight, then of course, you are reducing your risk of developing cancer. You are eliminating one of the risk factors. And here is something else people like Sofie should know. It's not just Cancer Research UK that is saying obesity is the second preventable cause of cancer, only second to smoking. The World Health Organization actually agrees. This means it's a public health problem and we have to do something about it, especially as childhood obesity is becoming a problem in itself. We need to tackle this problem now, otherwise, especially childhood obesity, because we are going to have problems later on. Huge problems on the health service, huge demand on the health service. So it makes sense for us to do something about it starting now. And that is why somebody like me, I support the campaign being carried out by Cancer Research UK. So what can you do to actually reduce your weight if you're overweight or frankly obese? Well, you don't have to do a huge amount at the beginning. You can just start small and build it up gradually, okay? Start small and build it up gradually. I know that Sofie did complain about the fact that BMI is being used as a tool and BMI is not good for anything. Yes, BMI does have its limitations, but it's not totally useless. It's probably one of the best we have at the moment. The limitation being the fact that it doesn't represent all the usual parameters that give the entire picture of your body weight, i.e. muscle, fat, bone, water content of your body. So if you are full of muscle, of course your BMI is going to be high, and that is not representative of what you actually are, because you are in good health, you're full of muscle, you have very little fat. So BMI has those limitations. Now, if you are concerned about all of those issues, here is a tool that I use. This one here, this is an Ozeri electronic weighing scale. It's not very expensive. I'm going to leave a link in the description. You can get it from Amazon. Now, this weighing scale gives all of those parameters. It tells you, your body fat content, or percentage, I should say, body fat percentage, your total body muscle mass. It tells you about, your bone content, as well as how much water you've got in your body. It gives all of those parameters, and you can actually, it's a very nice tool, because when you are shedding your weight, you can actually see your body fat percentage coming down. And that in itself is empowering, it encourages you to carry on. So this is what I use, like I said, I'm going to leave a link in the description for you to go to Amazon if that's something that is going to interest you. So you can use that if you're not interested in the BMI, because this one is a lot more representative of what's actually going on. It tells you how much muscle you've got, how much fat you've got. What's important is actually the body fat percentage. The more body fat you have, the higher your risk of developing cancer, all right? Well, put it this way, it becomes a risk factor for cancer. Of course, we talk about diet and exercise as the measures that you take to reduce your body fat. Now, if you notice, I'm talking about body fat, okay? Because that's the important parameter. Reducing your body fat. It's all about fat loss. It's not so much about weight loss, to be honest. It's usually fat loss. It's the fat that is the problem. You can increase your muscle mass, that's great, but you need to bring down your body fat content. Now, diet and exercise, those are the usual things. Like I said, you just start small and build it up. And you don't have to go to the gym. There are home exercises that you can do as well. As far as diet is concerned, well, I wrote an article earlier in the year. It's about New Year, weight loss. And I gave some strategies there. And indeed, I was talking about system change, okay? System change. Now, the link is provided in the description. In that article, I talk about system change, things you can do in the new year that will help you to reduce your weight. Of course, weight loss is not confined to the first 2 weeks of January. It's something that we should be doing 365 days in a year. And it's not so much about dieting, to be honest. It's just making some systematic changes. If you go on to that article, you see what I'm talking about. And you don't need to do all of those things there. You just need to pick one, all right? At most, pick two, and that's it. And you'll be surprised at the results you'll get, all right? So, you know, it's all there for you to take advantage of your weight. Because when it comes to reducing your weight or reducing your fat, your body fat, it's more about what goes in here, the food. This is more important than the exercise. The exercise is important. Exercise actually constitutes 25% of your weight loss strategy. The rest of it is what goes into your mouth. The food is very, very important. Yeah, so that's it for today. Remember, the Cancer Research UK campaign is not about fat shaming, not at all. It's about raising awareness of the risks associated with obesity and its link to cancer, okay? It's not about trying to stigmatize people who are overweight, not at all. That's it. Please leave me a comment below in the comment section about the things that I've discussed today on this video. And also, please don't forget to subscribe if you like what I've done here and you don't mind coming back over and over again. Subscribe so you have access to future videos that I make. And also, if you want 2020 ideas that will lead you to better health, you should subscribe. That's it. The link to the article I'm talking about is provided in the description, along with all the other links, including the link to Cancer Research UK. If you haven't been to their website, I'm going to leave a link there as well. Okay, so that's it. Until next time, this is Dr. Joe signing out.